lost all its weight long before tonight. Heard it so many times, it never sounded right. The shop light swings above me, the key lies by my hand. I used to wait for answers, now I know where I stand. You changed the story slowly, just enough to make me doubt what you swore to me last week ain't what you're saying now. I laid the truth between us, you bent it out of shape. Every time I stayed to explain, I felt more of me escape. I had nothing left to prove, nothing safe enough to say. So I closed my hand around that key and let silence lead the way. The engine never lied to me, never promised what it couldn't keep. I turned the key, it answers clean, no second story underneath. I don't need to win tonight, don't need you to say I'm right. You can keep the words you changed, the engine never lied. They call me cold for leaving, like silence started this, like years of talking circles hadn't worn me down to this. I nearly turned at the county line, one sentence left unsaid, but I knew if I gave it to you, it would come back changed again. Your porch light shook behind me, my hand went soft on the throttle. Part of me still wanted home, but home shouldn't make you smaller. The engine never lied to me, never promised what it couldn't keep. I turned the key, it answers clean, no second story underneath. I don't need to win tonight, don't need you to say I'm right. You can keep the words you changed, the engine never lied. I didn't run out of words, I lost faith in where they'd land. Kept one truth behind my ribs, where it still belonged to me. That machine asked for nothing but a key and steady hands. The engine never lied to me, never asked me to explain. It pulled when I was ready, then went quiet when I stopped. No judgment in the sound, no hidden meaning underneath. I ran out of trust before I ran out of words. The engine never lied, so I let the miles speak. Some truths don't get spoken, some truths just leave. The town fades in the mirror, Now I just write. I'll sit the middle box inside the bag before first light. Pulled on his old leather gloves that never fit me right. The engine coughed 3 times, then finally came alive. I sat in the empty garage, knowing it was time. Rain tapped slow against the visor on that mountain road. The old tank under my hand still wore the dents he'd earned. I passed the guardrail where he taught me how to work the clutch. Said trust the bike before yourself and never force too much. I spent 10 years avoiding every curve along that climb. Knew one day I'd ride it back without him by my side. White lines blurred through rain across my visor as I rode. That small box shifted in the bag at every switchback. Every bend felt like a mile. We traveled side by side. That crooked map of his still seemed to know the way. I promised I would take him where we used to stop, but my hand shook harder every mile toward the top. Just one last mile, then I'll let you go past the final turn where the cold winds blow. I thought I came to carry you up that mountain road, but this old machine has been carrying me home. Just one last mile, and I'll let you go. Coughed and died 20 feet below the top. I pushed her to the shoulder, both my hands still shaking. I opened up the saddlebag to make sure the box was there, and found an old photograph tucked beneath the box. The two of us beside that rusted sign above the valley floor. His arm across my shoulder, both our helmets on the ground. He must have left it there the last time he made that run, before the years between us grew too wide for either one. We said more through those miles than words could ever reach. Our war is kind of silence, but mine was built from grief. The bike kicked back to life like something heard me praying. I rode the final stretch, his old gloves on shaking hands. Holding on ain't the same as keeping someone near. I know that now, where the clouds begin to clear. You taught me how to ride, but not how to lose you. You taught me every curve, not how to ride through grief. I opened up the box with coal and oil-stained hands. Watch the wind carry you across the valley. I said nothing, every word felt small against the wind. Left his gloves across the tank and let the morning in. That last mile ended where the morning broke. I watched you disappear into the mountain smoke. I thought that letting go would leave me riding alone, but every road you taught me still knows the way home. That was our last mile. Now I can let you go. I buckled up the saddlebag and left the picture inside. The scratch across the gas tank caught the first light of dawn. The engine pulled me down the mountain like it knew the way. His road still underneath my wheels, mine from here.